You're at the peak of your game. Your latest project is a smash hit. Your name is everywhere. Then one day, you wake to find the very people you trusted handing you a knife, or at least pointing the spotlight somewhere else. That's the scenario facing Justin Baldoni. Yes, the actor-director of the much-talked-about film adaptation of It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. According to publicly filed complaints and media reports, what started as a collaborative dream turned into a tale of mistrust, legal maneuvering, and what many are calling a betrayal. It sounds dramatic, but who doesn't love a little drama? So let's unpack this, step by step. How did it get here? Who may have betrayed whom? And what lessons lie hidden in the chaos? Keep watching, and please subscribe to my YouTube. It all began with a book, Colleen Hoover's It Ends With Us, a romance novel that also tackles heavy themes like domestic abuse and the cycles of violence. Justin Baldoni, known for earlier work both in front of and behind the camera, came on board to direct the adaptation under his production company. From public statements, Baldoni was deeply moved by the book and promised to honor its intention and emotional weight. Here we had a typical Hollywood sweet dream: the novelist, Hoover, who created the world, the filmmaker, Baldoni, interpreting it, a major studio backing it, Sony Pictures releasing among them, and a big release ahead. Everything seemed aligned for triumph. But dreams are fickle, because when the cameras stopped rolling, the conflict started. Have you ever felt that you were riding high only to bump into the unseen iceberg beneath the surface? Keeping engaging. After the film hit theaters in August 2024, some observers noticed oddities. Baldoni, despite being the director and a star, seemed less visible in the promotional tour. The chatter began. Had something shifted behind the scenes? Then came the bombshell. On December 20th, 2024, the actress Blake Lively filed a complaint against Baldoni and his production company, alleging sexual harassment, a hostile work environment, and a coordinated campaign to undermine her once she voiced concerns. Meanwhile, Baldoni denied the allegations and counterclaimed defamation, asserting that he was the one being attacked. And somewhere in the middle of all of this, Colleen Hoover. She had supported Lively publicly, posting kind words. The novel's author, once an ally to Baldoni's vision, now seemed to be on the other side of the line. If you were Baldoni, would you feel betrayed? Or would you feel misunderstood? The next section takes us deeper into the twist. The allegation isn't simply that Baldoni was accused. It's that once the accusation came, the folks he thought were in his corner seemed to drift away. The studio, Sony, is reported to have shifted support. The originated author, Hoover, publicly aligned with Lively, and many of Baldoni's agency relationships were severed. From Baldoni's vantage, this felt like a betrayal. He believed in preserving the book's integrity, believed he had Hoover's trust, believed the studio stood with him. Then suddenly the footing shifted. The warmth of collaboration turned cold. If you think about corporate politics, friendships, creative alliances, there's an emotional sting when someone you trusted says no, or we're doing it differently. Okay, you might say, this is a glitzy celebrity case. Big deal. But peel back the headline, and you'll see a pattern that many of us know well. You collaborate on a project. You invest trust and energy. You expect certain commitments. Then someone shifts. Maybe they side with someone else. Maybe the rules change mid-game. You're left feeling exposed or blindsided. Maybe it was a friend who changed their mind. Maybe a colleague who pivoted. Maybe even a business partner. We've all felt the ground drop under us when expectations weren't met. The Baldoni-Hoover-Sony triangle is just a high-profile version of the "I thought you had my back" moment. When Baldoni looks back, maybe he'll say, "Yes, I was betrayed, but I also learned what I really value in collaborators and what I won't tolerate." What if you could say the same about your own betrayal moment? Baldoni believed Hoover and the studio were his partners. He likely assumed that the creative bond and shared vision meant something unbreakable. Turns out, vision alone isn't always enough. Politics, power, campaign motives, public relations, all those forces can shift direction. Yet the real aha isn't that he got betrayed. The real aha is that we all have the power to draft our own narrative post-betrayal. When you feel the rug pulled, you don't have to be flattened. You can stand up, say what you believe, draw a line, and then pivot. For Justin Baldoni, the case is ongoing. His defamation suit against Lively, The New York Times, and others was dismissed in part in June 2025. For Colleen Hoover, who had once sent Baldoni the book and encouraged him to play the lead, her alignment with Lively surprised many. Sony and other studios, meanwhile, are navigating how to handle such conflicts in a visible, social media-driven era. The camera lights don't simply fade at scene cut. Soon enough, we'll see the trial in March 2026 for Lively's claims. Time will tell where the public narrative lands. But for you and me, the takeaway is far more personal. If you found yourself nodding at Baldoni's story, here's your next step. Share one thing you'll do differently going forward. Maybe it's writing down verbal agreements. Maybe it's building a backup collaborator. Maybe it's simply asking, are we still aligned? More often. I'd love to hear your story. What's been your, I thought we were on the same page moment? How did you deal with it? Drop a comment, share your experience, or pass this article on to someone who might need it. Because betrayal stings, but your next move can shine.